See how it's shaking?
Yeah, it starts shaking.
That's because the rotors are warped on the front. And that's how you can tell. If there's a problem in the front brakes, the steering wheel shakes. If there's a problem in the back brakes, you feel it in your seat. Well, this has definitely got a brake issue.
Oh, I can hear it noise.
And that sounds like it's from the right rear.
It's just you in the open road, Pete.
Yeah. And York Regional Police somewhere.
That's a bad brake noise.
I have a feeling this person might need four-wheel brake gel.
Sounds like you care a lot about what you do, actually.
That's how I make my living. I mean, honestly, it's at the end of the day, it's how I pay my mortgage, it's how I put my kids through school. Not only that, if I give someone back a vehicle and I've just done, I guess you're coming over, honey.
Okay, Jetta. Your world.
If I do a brake job and something fails, I could kill somebody.
Yeah.
So
you have to care.
there's plenty of people who don't, though.
But MacIver Dodge does.
Well, that's why we have such a name. That's why we have the name we have. Because we do have people that care.
Yay. I care too, Pete.
Oh, I believe you do.
Okay, we're here with Pete at MacIver Dodge Service. You just saw a road test and he diagnosed the problem, and now we're further diagnosing and determining what's going on with this caravan. So Pete's going to explain to you what all these little components are and why it's important to service your brakes.
Right on, Pete. Let's hear it.
Right. We have a customer complaint of a rear brake noise. And basically what the problem is here is the brake pads, which is this right here, are stuck in the adapter. The reason that occurs is because maintenance is recommended 20,000 kilometers on brakes, and that entails removing your caliper and trying to get the, see, as you can see, I can't even move this brake pad.
Yeah, and it's all like rusty
the brake
and
pad
stuff, too.
stuck on the brake pad is literally stuck.
It's stuck in the adapter.
In the adapter. It's
And
stuck on the rotor.
this piece here is your adapter. Your brake pads sit in the adapter with your two sliders, which should be cleaned and lubricated every 20,000 kilometers.
Okay.
And right now, we're stuck, overheating the rear brakes, causing noise, and as you can see, it's pretty hot, and I can barely turn it.
Okay.
This should be freewheeling. And when you got to use a screwdriver to turn it, you know it's pretty solid.
Okay. All right. So that's that. Now this is what's called.
This is a brake inspection
Okay.
to diagnose and find the problem
Yeah.
of the customer complaint. The problem with this is the rear brakes aren't working, which is overloading the front brakes, causing the front rotors to warp, which I showed Paige on the road test.
Okay.
When you hit the brake pedal, the steering wheel shakes because the front rotors are warped.
Ah.
So it's built the second problem into the vehicle.
Okay.
So in this case here, we're more than likely going to have to replace rear pads and rotors, service the adapters, also replace the front rotors and pads because of the overheating.
How many kilometers are on this vehicle?
This vehicle has 56,000 kilometers.
So probably never had a servicing.
As far as our history goes, it's never been serviced here.
Okay.
Not saying they haven't gone somewhere else, but as far as our history, never serviced here.
So we're now replacing pads, rotors.
We're going to have to replace pads and rotors on the rear
Yeah.
and pads and rotors on the front. If we move to the front, I'll show you what happens to the front brakes.
Okay.
When the rear brakes aren't working correctly, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's marks in this rotor from overheating. And it's what we call scoring and bluing. When the rotors overheat, they turn blue, which warps the rotor. So every time you hit the brakes, the steering wheel will shake and you feel a pulsation.
Okay.
So in that case here, there's no way of saving this rotor now because it's been overheated and it's warped.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it's going to need 4 rotors and pads all the way around the vehicle.
So how could they have prevented this problem?
Prevention would be, again, maintenance, proper maintenance. Like as you can see, the sliders are bone dry. There's no lubrication. Basically what happens at 20,000 kilometers, everything comes apart, everything is cleaned up, everything is relubricated and put back together, and it just
Prolongs the life.
It prolongs the life of the brake pads and everything, and it's like changing your oil. Everyone changes their oil, but no one thinks about the brakes until there's a problem.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but it's all on education as well.
Okay. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Thank you for your time. We're going to come back down and see you when the maintenance on this vehicle is complete.
Yep.
All right.
And then we can road test it again. You'll see the shake is gone, the noise will be gone.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you for your time, Pete.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, we're here at MacIver Dodge and we're checking out the repair of the rear brakes. We were just showing you before what the issue was, and now this is the result of
Correcting the problem.
correcting the problem. There we go. Thank you, Pete.
We had to replace the pads, which is this black piece
Okay.
right in here,
Right
the
here.
rotor,
Okay.
and the adapter. The reason being is the pads were stuck in the adapters, overheating the rear brakes, causing a noise and pulsation.
Yep, we heard that earlier.
That noise and pulsation should be gone now, and as you can see, everything turns freely now. The caliper moves, and the rotor turns freely.
And now we have a safe vehicle.
Repair is complete.
Nice, okay. Thanks, Pete.
All right.